If you've ever been on holiday to Italy, you might know the feeling when you're about to leave all this colour and passion and beauty. You're boarding your plane home and you feel this anguish in your heart. How can I go back to my life now, you think? How can I return to reality knowing there is a place like this where people seem to eat better, love more intensely, live more? This happened to me on a vacation to Italy once, and so I saved up for a year, quit my job and ran away to live in Rome. You would think this would be enough, but after a few years in Rome, I wanted to go even further. As a freelance writer and filmmaker, I could work from anywhere. So I decided to move to the place with the best quality of life in the world. Guys are just serving all the women of the village. You know, I really have to wait my turn because they come here from early in the morning and there's a fila, a long queue, all the way down here. But the best part is that we're right on the water. I mean, this has to be the most panoramic greengrocer in the entire world. You know, when you arrive somewhere and you think, I belong here, and that's probably a bit presumptuous because the Italians probably look at me and say, ah, you're such a tourist, you're such a straniera, you know, who do you think you are? But I think for me, I've always felt at home in places that are very traditional and that have these, I don't know, these routines that happen every day, every week. I don't know, I spoke with this woman and I was just coming back from buying my fruit and she was carrying her parcels and she was huffing and puffing, and so I said to her, you know, I can help you carry your bags home if you like. And she invited me into her apartment and told me her whole life story. And she said, you know, I'm always worried about my children. My children live in Umbria, which is a long way away from here on the Amalfi Coast. And she said, you know, I lie awake and I worry about my daughter, you know, is she okay, why don't we see each other more often, and it's funny because, you know, you can get this little village, like this little remote Italian village, or you can get a mother in a big city, in an Anglo-Saxon country, and ultimately they have the same fears, the same worries, the same thoughts late at night. Are my children okay? Have I done enough? Why don't they call me more often? And it's lovely because it means that, you know what, you can be from a completely different culture, but there is always something to unite you. There's always something that will help you to relate to another person, even if they have grown up in a completely different town. I think it's about like 250 steps to get down to the beach. You know, it seems like quite a trek, but once you're down there, it is just heavenly. And there's a restaurant down there, like a little restaurant. It's like a little kiosk, and they make delicious food. And so you can get something to eat once you're on the beach. But I remember when I first discovered this beach, there was this guy from here, and he kept wanting to see me. He kept sending me text messages. No, Kylie, dai, ci vediamo, let's see each other. You know, when are you free? When can I take you out? And I said to him, well, you know, if you really want to see me, come and meet me on the beach. And he's like, sure, certo. And then he's like, which beach? I said, Castiglione. And he was like, oh, Madonna, because Castiglione, you know, is quite a trek to get down. But I think if a boy's not willing to go 250 steps for a date, he's not really worth it, you see.
Io sono venuta in vacanza per la prima volta nel 79.
Anna's saying that, so basically she was 18 years old and she was living in the north of Italy, and her parents for her graduation gave her this present of saying you can go out and travel and go down to the Amalfi Coast. And if I understood correctly, she's saying that you know, it was such a beautiful experience seeing the Amalfi Coast for the first time. And quindi?
E ho conosciuto Pietro gli ultimi giorni della mia vacanza.
Sì.
E sono rimasta subito colpita, colpo di fulmine proprio.
So on the last few days of her holiday, she saw Pietro, and in that moment, he says a colpo di fulmine, which means it was love at first sight, no?
Sì, infatti il giorno della mia partenza,
Sì.
Pietro mi ha detto proprio: che ne diresti di venire a vivere con me? Dopo
No.
una settimana, sì.
Dopo una settimana?
Sì.
My story. So this is crazy. I mean, I'm so romantic, so I love this story. So Anna is telling me that after only 1 week, Pietro said to her, "What do you think of coming to live with me here in the Amalfi Coast?" I mean, what else does a girl want to hear, no? Cioè, tutte le ragazze vogliono sentire queste cose, ma dopo una settimana...
Eravamo giovani, belli, eravamo nel pieno della nostra gioventù.
Sì, so she's saying we were young, we were beautiful, we were in the prime of our youth.
E io subito ho detto di sì.
Sì.
Sono partita, ho fatto il viaggio di ritorno da
Sì.
Amalfi a Cesario, piangi in lacrime proprio,
No.
disperata, sì, disperata.
And she said to her parents, okay, so I've met this boy. After only a week, you know, he asked me to come and live with him on the Amalfi Coast. And they said, okay, you know, go back just for 1 week, see how it is. Another week, see how it is. Another week. And then she never ever went back to the north. And they've been together ever since.
Sì, abbiamo fatto tanti lavori per mantenerci, però sono stati gli anni più belli della mia vita proprio. Anche senza soldi, senza niente, però quello spirito è rimasto, devo dire. Cioè io mi commuovo adesso, ve lo dico perché è un bene che cresce in un altro modo, lo viviamo, però siamo sempre quelle persone là, non siamo cambiati.
No.
Sì.
Oh, she's saying that you know that many years have gone by, and you know sometimes you know they're not so easy. But the thing is that they have remained. The thing that has kept them together is that they have always been in love, and that you know she still looks at him and feels the same way that she did when she was 18 years old and on holiday in here for the first time.
Sì.
C'è un'atmosfera molto familiare, quindi grazie a voi. Allora, thank you so much for having me here. I love it so much. And it's honestly, it's places like this you think, well, it's just a beach, no? But for me, it's so much more special, and it's because of you and your husband. So, grazie.
I suppose I'm just worried about everything, your whole life.
The thing is, it's meant to be this challenging. This is why not everyone does it. This is not la dolce vita. This is when your heart feels just broken.